Wait, not yet.
We are live. I see us.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So I guess we will get started. Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Dina Radaljes, and I am a co-founder of BACA with Hanka Grabovica. I am so excited and happy to have you here. So we are going to be celebrating and recognizing women, women historically, women globally, and obviously women locally. So I'm excited to share, and I'm very thankful that you guys have agreed and are giving us time to sit and discuss some of the some of the important contributions that women have made and continue to make in our world. So I'm gonna give it off to Hanka so she can introduce herself, and then we will go around, and each one of you can introduce yourself, and then we'll talk a little bit about some important women in Bosnian history. So Hanka,
will go around and each one can and then I'm going to a little bit about some important in Bosnian history.
Okay, just I'm trying to figure out something. Okay, I am sorry. I was trying to figure out what's okay. Thank you, Dina. So I am. So my name is Hanka Grabovica. I am a mother. I was thinking, what do I say and how do I say my bio? But it's really. I'm just gonna say quickly. A few things. So again, my name is Hanka Grabovica. I am a mom, wife, daughter, sister, and I'm a co-founder of BACA as well. I was born in Bosnia and came to America 2001 when I was 16 years old. I have my bachelor degree and master degree in education. I've been an educator for over 14 years. I have been doing coaching, training, and speaking with the John Maxwell theme. Another thing that I'm really involved also in our community. I sit on a few different boards as a board of directors, a United Way, municipal housing. I also sit on NAACP committee. There's so many other places, but that's I'll stop there. And also outside of Utica community, I sit on a board of directors at WCNY PBS broadcasting station. I really don't know. There's so much more to say, but I guess I'm just going to stop there. I would go Messiha. You can go ahead. Just unmute yourself.
Hi, guys. Thank you for inviting me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your today's program. And my name is Mersiha Omeragic. I'm born in Croatia, lived in Bosnia, and moved here as a refugee in 1994 as a 19-year-old. I'm a mother of 4 wonderful kids, 3 boys and a daughter, and a great husband, a much supportive husband. I have been, I struggle a lot. I had a lot of difficulties to be where I am today, but I am most importantly mother, wife, and I was an educator for 13 years. I actually just resigned my teaching position to be a full-time baker because together with my husband, we own this cafe and bakery, Yamalicious Cafe and Bakery in Utica for a year now. And unfortunately, the 10-year dream was a long way, but you know, we are here now. We made through Corona, and if we made through war, through Corona, I think we can make through anything. But I'm here, and like I said, there's still a lot, but that's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. Yeah. Go ahead, Jana. Would you go next, please?
Hi, my name is Jana Borovic. I'm 16 years old and a junior at Utica Academy of Science Charter School. I'm involved in many sports like soccer and volleyball, and I really have like a good outreach into our community, like through volunteer service. And I'm also part of National Honor Society at my high school. Go ahead, Erna.
Hi, my name is Edna Belaya. I'm 16 years old and I'm a student at Utica Academy of Science Charter School. I also dance folklore and I'm part of National Honor Society with Jana. And yeah.
Well, thank you all for those wonderful introductions. I think it's very clear that all of us wear many different hats. And some of us do it so swiftly that we change those hats without even knowing it. So again, I am so honored to be here. I wish that this wasn't in a virtual format, but it is. So it's, you know, when we talk about women and women impact on this planet, really, I mean, I think it's very clear that women have and continue to have a huge impact in the home, in the community, in leadership, in business ownership, like Merciha. I mean, pretty much in every layer of our society. I think now the world recognizes that, you know, women are really need to be equal participants in order for us to have an equal and equitable society. So it was, you know, going through this and trying to choose a couple of women that have made such an important impact on the Bosnian history and culture, it was honestly hard to choose just two or three. But I think we chose these three specifically and strategically to show all the different, not just hats that women can wear, but also the impacts that they have made. So I'm just going to go through a very brief history of each three of these women, so that we can recognize and really honor them, not just today, but pretty much every day. So the first woman, her name is Zlata Filipovic. So Zlata was a child during the siege of Sarajevo. She was a 12-year-old girl who began to document and write down what happened each day along with her thoughts from a child's perspective while she was living in a besieged city. She and her mother had the opportunity to flee to Paris in 1993, where her notes became Zlata's diary. It is one of the best and most popular books from Bosnia. Some say Zlata Filipovic is an Anne Frank of Bosnia, and her book is very well worth reading before any trip to Sarajevo. I know that I first became aware of Zlata's book when I was at JFK in sixth or seventh grade. I can't remember right now. But if you have not read Zlata's book, I would highly recommend that you pick it up and read it. It's a wonderful book from a very wonderful and very raw perspective. The second lady that we are gonna share is Vesna Bugarski. So Vesna lived during 1930 to 1992. She was an inspiration to many female Bosnians for several different reasons. In 1964, she became the first female architect in Bosnia and broke the typical 1960s stereotypes of women. Rather than follow what people expected, she carved her own way of life, inspiring others to do the same. So as the Bosnian War broke out in 1992, she refused to leave Sarajevo. Unfortunately, she was killed while she was walking back home from the market in 1992. And I think that when we discuss the questions during the panel, some of us might, in fact, reflect on times in our life when something was expected of us, or why didn't we do something in realm or in sync with our own gender. And I think that obviously Vesna was a really good example of carving her own life. And then last but not least is Umihana Chuvidina. She was alive during 1794 to 1870. She was born in Sarajevo, the capital of present-day Bosnia. Umihana is probably the most significant woman of Bosnia and Herzegovina during the Ottoman rule. Umihana was a poet and a writer of some of the early traditional Bosnian folk songs, Sevdalinke, in which she described her love towards her fiance Mujo, who got killed during the first Serbian uprising in Serbia. She was buried in an unknown location in Sarajevo suburb of Hrid. Hana is one of the first, if not the first, female poet from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I know that all of us here as Bosnian women and as Bosnian culture have listened and do listen to Sevdalinke. So hopefully you think of Hana next time when you hear a beautiful Sevdalinka. So as I said, it's difficult to choose three, but I think the three that we have chosen are chosen for a reason, obviously. So next up, we will move into the question and answer part of the panel. What we've decided is that Hanka will actually pose the questions to you. And again, we ask that each participant spend about 2 or 3 minutes answering the question. And so that we have enough time to go around with all 5 of us answering the questions. So Hanka, it's yours.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you very much for all the great information and let's say role models in our Bosnian community when we're speaking about women. So let's start. Let's start with Mersiha. Mersiha, can you tell us what does it mean to be a woman for you?
To be a woman. To be a woman means first being a human being, right? To be a valuable person in a society, to have her own voice, to speak up when she needs to for herself and for others, to stand up for her beliefs, herself. And I think the main problem is here. We always try to prove that we can be equal to men, and why do we always have to be equal to men? Why men not be equal to us? I mean, but it's like I said, to have your own voice, to be yourself, to have your own dreams, own life, follow your dreams, still stay true to yourself, still be, it's not easy. It's not easy, definitely not easy, but you surround yourself with good people and you can do it. But I actually, that's what I think.
Thank you, Mersiha. Thank you very much.
But I don't want to go deeper.
I agree with you. Okay, Jana, would you go next, please? What does it mean to be a woman for you as someone who's 16 years old, going to her high school? At the same time, you did mention you're an MVCC college student too, so that's amazing. I mean, just looking at you, you are going to, and you are a great role model for in our community in general. So please go ahead.
I feel like to be a woman in today's society is just to play multiple roles, like to be a mother, to be a sister, to be a daughter. And then you can achieve anything if you balance all these different aspects of your life. And then you can just continue to take on new challenges and to reach new goals and just to pave your own path in a way. That's what I see from my 16-year-old perspective to be a woman is.
Very well said, Jana. Anna, how about you, Anna? The same way it means for Anna. Anna is a high school student, but also at the same time attending MVCC, taking classes at MVCC. So go ahead, Anna.
To me, a woman is somebody who goes above and beyond, playing many different roles, like Jana and Mersiha said. Somebody who isn't afraid to do something that other people see as almost impossible. Somebody who's caring and affectionate towards everyone, and somebody you could build a connection with, no matter who they are.
Great. Thank you, Anna. Very good. Dina.
How do I say anything other than what was already said? I think everybody has said exactly what I also feel as a woman. I think, as Mersiha pointed out, first and foremost, a human being, somebody who is full of dreams, hopes, aspirations, and who wants to live a life free and a life where you can speak and have a voice and achieve the dreams that you want. But also a life that is filled with love and family and hard work and commitment to not just your family, but also to your community. And I think that having all of those and having them in a balance is obviously challenging, but also something that I know for me personally moves me forward every day. It inspires me to reach for the next step, I guess.
Great, great. I can't agree more with all of you. I will just also add, for me, being a woman means pretty much having a strong sense of identity, being confident, and building up the people in your life. It means you have a wisdom to be grateful of what you have, while you're still kind of hungry for enough to grow. So you want to always be hungry to grow more. Don't ever settle for mediocre. Also, it means looking out for other women in a way and girls on all levels. Like I'm an educator at school. I make sure always look for girls at school that they are on the right path. Again, being a woman means to strive to do well, because I know when I succeed, I can add value to other women, even just starting with my daughter. I can, if I'm successful, if I'm doing good things, my daughter is going to be looking up to me, and I will be adding value to her and many others women in our community. And also always strive to showcase other women, which means other women's strengths in a way. If we stick together, we grow stronger, and we are really stronger together. I strive to be generous with other women in a way, first understanding their own struggle, and then sharing my knowledge, networks, fears, and lesson learned, to be honest. It's pretty much when we're together and support each other, I think we are much, much stronger in a way. Okay, so next question, I will go, Masiha, back to you again. So what do you think to be a woman has changed in the last 10 to 15 years? Do you think it changed? Or do you think actually, do you think to be a woman has changed in the last 10, 15 years? If so, how?
I just think that we have more choices now than we had before. We are more educated than before. So, we have to, I don't think it's with equal pay, we know that it's not right yet. We still know there's a huge gap between that. But I think women are now more out there. They are not just mothers at home, stay at home. They go for their goals. They go for their education, because we all know that education is key to any success. And as a mother, I said, I don't just raise my daughter to be a great mother, great, woman. I also teach my sons to respect mothers, to respect women in general. Okay, so as a mother, I don't know if you know about the saying, the Napoleon. I use Napoleon a lot for this. He had these crazy sayings. He said, "Give me good mothers, and I will give you a great nation." What that means is that everything starts from a mother. How we teach and raise our kids, that's how it's going to be. So it changed, but it still needs to be work on this. There's still a lot, I think, to be changed, but we are going in a good direction, like Me Too movement, or all these things that we see, progressive women in charge of many different positions that they were never be able before. So I think we're going in the good directions, but again, I'm all for equality. I'm always for equality more than anything, because I think it's important to be equal to everything, and differences are good. I like differences. It wouldn't be good if we're all same. So that's how I see the world.
Thank you, Marissa. That's amazing. I agree 100% with you. Okay. Jana, how about you?
I feel like in the last 10 years, like society has like modernized women's roles more. So like today we can see like women participating in more leadership positions that we didn't see before, or like see them participating in like STEM fields and pursuing different career paths that usually society will only see a man pursuing. And I know Mircea brought up the income and like how like gender wage gap is still like pretty big, but compared to 10 years ago, it was a lot bigger back then than it is now. So I feel like that's like a step forward, that it's decreasing,
Amazing. Great, Jenna. Anna?
I feel like women in general have definitely become more confident and independent by themselves. I feel like women aren't as afraid to do things that they might have been 10 or 15 years ago. like Jana said, many women are now doing jobs that were seen as like a man's job. And I feel like that's definitely changed society in so many ways.
Great. Dina? It's great, Anna.
Once again, all really great points. Just want to add to the equal pay gap. It is Equal Pay Day actually today, March 24th. So it represents how far into 2021 women have to work to make the same amount of money that male counterparts made last year. So it is 3 months and 24 days more a woman has to work. But with that said, we have come quite far when it comes to the pay gap. Obviously, that doesn't mean we should not continue pushing forward, right? And with that said, I think one of the biggest changes that I have seen and that I am a huge advocate of is using your voice. I think that women today, at least in here, and I'm going to speak locally for my small little community and the women that I know, obviously that doesn't mean worldwide. I think that more and more women are recognizing that they have a voice, that they have power, that they have knowledge and not afraid to use those things. And I think that's big. I have a daughter and I want her to know that she can do anything that she sets her mind to. And that, yes, like Hanka said, when we are together, we are stronger. When we uplift and rise each other, when we recognize each other's struggles, but also recognize each other's accomplishments, and really, and really hearing the message of, just because of my sex or gender does not mean that I can't make a dent on this planet, because I definitely can, and I definitely will strive to. And I think that that's a big change, even in my short lifespan. And I say short because I'm not 80 years old, so I haven't seen the world in the last 80 years, but I have seen the world in the last 37 years. I just publicly gave my age. That's all good. So in my short lifespan, I definitely have seen that change, and it's a breath of fresh air.
Great, Dina. I really don't know what to say because you already answered my question. So I really truly agree with all of you with everything what you said. And just thinking about, I was just thinking that my 10 years old daughter will be able to pretty much say anything that she wants to be in her life. She wants to go for it. She's going to be able to do that. But when you think about maybe even 10, 15, even maybe longer, probably my mom would not be able to imagine me here sitting and talking, and kind of leading and looking forward to, to accomplish get involved in many different organizations, things like that. So I am really looking forward to see what's going to bring us more in the future as a women leadership and many other things. So from here, I will move to our third question, which is, what is one thing you wish you could influence or change for young women like yourself? So one thing that you would like to, you wish to influence or would like to change for young women as yourself. Ms. Siha, you're going to go again in order.
We always go with me first.
Unless Jana wants to go first.
Well, I always say that I understand that what we said to our children, the sky is limit. Yes, it is. But we always have to be careful in making decisions. And some decision can cost us huge problems in life. So I always tell my kids to be humbled and to go for their dreams, but to stay humbled and not to let their ego in front of them. Because being confident and having ego is different, okay? And once the ego get over you, you are nobody. And so I always tell my kids, they are young kids in their 18, 19, 20s, and to go for their dreams, follow their dreams, but always be careful with your ego. Put it behind you, and just like I said, speak up your mind, but again, be careful. You always have to be careful because sometimes the mouth speaks before your mind. So that's what I would say. Just because, how to say this? we as a young people, sometimes we are always searching for something else, and we don't know right away what we want in our life. So be careful. I'm saying that because I went through a lot through my young age, and I seen failings, and then searching a new way out. So that's my saying. Just be careful. Okay, be careful what you say. Don't let your ego run your life. Okay, humble is the best.
Thank you, Ms. Siha. Thank you very much. Jana, would you go next, please?
So something that I could like influence women to take more seriously is I think their education, getting their degree, because at the end of the day, once you get your degree, that's something that nobody can take away from you. Like you earned it. You went through the process, you did your credits, took your courses, you earned it. And overall, getting a degree just like improves your quality of life, your standard of living, and your income. And yeah.
Awesome. Great point, Jana. Very good. Erna?
I agree with Jana. Like, I feel like more women should be open to the opportunity to have an education and to have that like sort of knowledge, and for women to like be open, to not be afraid to say what they want to say, to speak up, and like also for a world that's safe for women now, especially with everything going on around the world. I would definitely want to see a safer world for women.
Great point, Erna. Dino?
I think I'm going to agree with everybody and say more encouragement for education. And I'm speaking on a global perspective now, because in the United States, women actually outnumber men in terms of higher degrees. But I guess one could talk about encouraging women to join male-dominated fields and study some of the sciences that predominantly, or even like math and engineering types of things that have predominantly been male. But globally speaking, I think, Jana, you mentioned it earlier, that education is the path to success in many different ways. So encouragement of education, continued education for a better job or a better future, which in turn, in some instances, will also give you that voice. And obviously, things that hopefully one day women are not victims of certain types of crimes that we see. So.
Great point, ladies. From my point, I really hope that you will be able to understand me. What I'm trying to say now is that I would love to influence, especially younger generation, when I say stretching toward your potential. So what I mean by that, in a way, I believe that most people, not just women, are naturally tempted to settle into a comfort zone, where they chose pretty much comfort over the potential. So you have this potential, and but you just feel like you're comfortable, and I'm staying there. They fall into familiar patterns, in a way, habits, doing the same things in the same ways with the same people at the same time, and getting pretty much the same results, right? So it is true, in a way, that being in your comfort zone feels good, right? But it also leads to the mediocrity. So therefore, you comes unhappiness, in a way. Why it's not happening? Why am I not getting those results that I imagine that I can be? And when I think about Abraham Maslow said, if you plan on being anything less than you're capable of being, you will probably be unhappy all the days of your life. So which means, in a way, if you have ever settled for the basic life, and I wonder why your life isn't going the way you hope that it's going to go, then you need to realize that you will only reach your potential if you have the courage to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and break out of the mindset, in a way, mediocrity. We have to break out of that and tell yourself that you must be willing to leave behind what feels, in a way, familiar and safe or secured, and you must give up on excuses and push yourself forward. In a way, you must be willing to face the tension that comes from stretching, in a way, toward your potential. So I really would like to influence, in a way, to tell women out there, you need to stretch. We are stretched, in a way, but we need to stretch a little bit more to reach our potential. So from this, I would go to the next question. And next question is, what is one message you wish to send young women or even women in general? What's your one message you wish to send, Ms. Seha?
Me again, right?
Which is going on. You know what? How about this? We can go from Jana now. Jana, you can go ahead. And then they'll go Jana, Erna, Dina, and Nasiha. We'll change a little bit, so it's not all. Go ahead, Jana. So one message.
So I think that one message that I want to tell women, like younger women especially, because I know like a lot of teenage girls, like they take their looks so seriously, and when they don't like something, it just becomes an insecurity of theirs, and those insecurities and those little things are just ruling their life. And they're just so self-conscious about themselves and not getting anything done. But at the end of the day, like we're all gonna get old, we're all gonna get wrinkles, we're all gonna get the gray hair. No matter how like hard we try to hide it with like hair dye and everything, like we just need to embrace these insecurities. We're all gonna be there in that same position one day. And like that beauty that you're working so hard to maintain is going to disappear. And then what you're going to be left with? You're going to be left with your education. You know, my nana, she once told me, she was like, Jana, lahko je da pokupiš knjigu I da učiš, nije lako da svaki dan ustaneš I moraš da radiš u fabriku or whatever. So it means like, it's so easy to get up and like open a book and like study than it is to like, wake up every morning to go to work at a factory, you know? So yeah.
Great, Jana. Very good. Well said, Jana. Erna, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I think I would like to tell women that they should know their self-worth. I think that everybody in their own way is unique or special or has this thing inside of them that can make them something much bigger than most women think they can be. And I just think that overall, just every woman should know that they can be as good as what society thinks a man might be.
Great point, Anna. Thank you very much. Dina, would you go next, please?
Yes, absolutely. I guess the one message I would say, and this is for men and women, is persist. I'm going to quote a Native American leader and activist. The secret to our success is that we never give up. And I think that is all across the board, men, women, young, old, it doesn't matter. When you have your sights on something, don't give up. Things don't come easy. And I think that young women specifically need to hear this. Things don't come easy, but they're worth the fight.
Great point, Dina. Messia, would you like to go next?
Okay. Now, like I said before, trust yourself, love yourself, believe in yourself, be confident, speak up. But again, be careful, and you can do change. And like Jana said before, today's society trying to make a perfect woman. There is no perfect woman. There is no perfect human being. And we shouldn't let that interfere with our lives. We should be who we are. Oh my gosh. We should be who we are. And we should love what we are, not like somebody else tell us what we need to be. And just be yourself. That's all my, and like I said, learning, we're constantly learning. Without learning, I learn every day something new. And listen for advices too. I will tell that to younger ladies, always listen for advice. When you get advice, listen to it. Don't just ignore it. Believe me, you will get to all of the advices I heard from my mom and my grandma. Now they're coming out. So that's all. That's what I think.
Great point. I can't agree more with all of you ladies tonight. So one message that I would send out to our women, and even especially again, I'm more, to all women, but a younger generation, is to never stop growing in a way. just keep growing. And so how do you know that you are growing and you're not growing? You would ask me when I say that. Pretty much when you step out of your comfort zone, I'm going back to that comfort zone. In a way, when you start doing something that you're not sure of how to accomplish, it's very struggling, and you're going through like you're about to give up in a way. That's the sign of you. And actually, before I even say that, but you're struggling, you're really trying to finish something, accomplish. But at the end of the day, when you're done, when you accomplish that thing is going to better yourself, and you're going to be a better person, you're going to be better mother, sister, daughter. So in a way, that's the sign of you that you're growing. So what my point is, please don't stop growing. Just keep growing. And when it's tough, when you're like about to give up, that's the sign of growing, which means just keep doing it. Don't ever give up. In a way, and you always try to find a positive in a negative experience. There's always positive thing in a negative experience. And one more thing is that you always have to respect yourself. You always have to start with yourself, respect yourself to be able to someone else respect you. Okay. So well said, all of us tonight. So let's move to the next question, which is pretty much, who inspires you and why? Erna, would you like to go first? Who inspires you in your life? Is there out there one person that inspires you?
I would say my parents inspire me the most out of everybody. They've definitely have difficult lives, especially with the war in Bosnia, and they've had to come to America not knowing anything, not knowing English, not knowing how to live a different lifestyle than they were originally taught to live. And they pretty much had to start their lives up from almost nothing. And they've become very, very like successful people. And I look up to them and want to be like them.
Amazing. Very good. Jana, would you like to go next?
I think a person that inspires me like today specifically would be my mom, because she has like this incredible balance between work and like home life. So like I never see her too stressed out about like having to balance the two things. And I feel like she is like so unproblematic, and she's patient, and she's the type of person that like no matter who she's around, people feel so comfortable with her that they can come to her with anything. And essentially, I know Merci has said that there is no such thing as a perfect person, but the way I view my mother, I view her as like a perfect mother. So yeah.
Amazing. And I know your mother, so she is a perfect mother. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dina.
As I'm listening to, I'm like, gosh, you guys are the exact people who inspire me.
Yes.
There's so many people that inspire me. Obviously, my mom, my grandmother, my daughter, she's 5, and kids are so amazing. They're so pure. So I think seeing that is an inspiration for me to work and to try and work for things that are better on this planet. I think all of us share a piece of DNA here, and that piece of DNA, unfortunately, is rooted in war and genocide and trauma. And, when I look at my daughter, I pray that it never becomes something that she experiences. So I guess with that, it inspires me to educate and to read and learn and try to share the other side of that, which is light, love, and life.
I agree. Well done. Marcia, would you like to go next?
Well, my inspiration, of course, just like with everyone, is my mother and my grandmother. I grew up with women. I didn't have a father around me. My mother divorced when I was really young, so I lived with great, powerful, strong-minded, hardworking women, humble women. And I learned a lot from them, and I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have someone role models like they were. And unfortunately, they both died, and I miss them a lot. But I know they would be proud to see where I accomplished today and where I am today, and that I did end up finishing college even with my kids and getting to be a teacher, owning a business, having 4 kids, and still juggling so many different responsibilities at the same time. But like my grandmother always said at the end, it's who I am. It's not, and what do I think about myself? It's not what others think about me. And if I'm happy with myself to where I am, and I'm very happy to where I am right now, I wouldn't change anything in my life. I'm never one of the, you were talking about Hanka, about being in that comfort zone. Well, I will tell you, for years, I've been going to reach the goals, in my life. And now I finally feel comfortable where I am. And I will tell you, it feels good where I am right now. And so, because life is too short to just run for always something. I am happy where I am, and I hope it will stay like this. And that's what I say. That's me.
Great point, Marcia. Just remember, you will continue to grow with your business, with your children, with yourself. So you will not stay as you. It's beautiful now, but you will have even more success in your life with your business.
Oh, inshallah. As of now, I say alhamdulillah.
Yes. You will. Great point. I think we are very alike, as all of you said, parents. My inspirations are my parents, and as all of you said, the reason, especially Erna said about the war. I really truly think my parents, I have actually a couple people, my parents are the ones that inspire me. And I'll say quickly, the reason is if they if they're pretty much just talking about the war and going through the war, pretty much saving my brother and I from pretty much dying, in a way, surviving and deciding to go to this land, America, that they didn't even know what is it and where is it or anything like that, just because to better our lives, my brothers and mine, and they risked everything and left everything and brought us here for a better life and better opportunities. I think as a mother right now of 2 children, I really don't know if I would be able to do such a thing. So they're a huge inspiration for me. And another person who inspires me a lot since 2017, I have to say, is John Maxwell. He's a leadership guru. He taught me how to know myself in a way, how to keep growing, and how to live intentional life, and the importance pretty much of adding value to people in my community in a way to be able to help others and be successful in a way. You have to start from yourself, value and do positive things before you tell someone else to do it. So in a way, he taught me, be an example and role model to your family, start in your house, then your community and everybody else. So I would add there. And I would also move to our 6th question, which is
gosh, Hanka, give us the whole assignment.
A lot of questions. We don't have much time, but we're almost done. We're almost done.
I think one more question is all we have anyway. So,
so actually, yes, we're gonna. So, what do you pretty much? What do you see yourself doing in 10 years, ladies? Where do you see yourself?
As those young ladies first.
Okay, Dina, how about you go? Or
I'm a young lady. I'm loving this. Okay. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Oh my goodness. Professionally, I'm scared of using the word comfortable. I'm kidding. I'm comfortable where I am. I teach in higher education. I love what I do. I found meaning in my job. I love, and my students inspire me. I definitely see myself for the next 10 years and even more teaching in higher education. I guess one thing that I would like to do more is research. So I'm hoping that the road will open up with time a little bit more, and I can, do some research. Personally, God has blessed me. So I'm going to say that I'm comfortable there too. And I see myself where I am. Hopefully just good health and we'll go from there.
Great, great. Erna, would you like to go next?
So hopefully in the next 10 years, I will be attending college, and my dream after college is to attend medical school and hopefully one day become a doctor. So I think that's what my next 10 years will consist of.
Perfect, great. Jana, would you go next, please?
So in 10 years, I think I'm going to be 26. So hopefully I will have a very successful career in whatever I decide to pursue. And hopefully I get to travel a lot, like see the world more and like fulfill like all the things that are on my bucket list.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. How about you, Misty? Huh?
Well, you guys know with COVID, we were all limited to dream now. We were all limited to just what at this point what we have. But I had dreams before, and I think they are coming true right now. It takes a long time. Dreams cannot come true overnight. It takes time, effort, belief, hard work. But in 10 years, I just hope that we all, God forbid, we're all going to be healthy at least. And maybe I will have more with my cafe and bakery, expand the business, or just retire, hopefully. I will say this, I do miss my teaching job. Students were everything to me, but like baking is my other passion. So I hope we will continue with this. But like I said before, I'm happy where I am. I will go step at a time, because planning now for a long period of time is not possible, as we've seen with Corona. So I will just be careful, take one step at a time. So
Great. Well, great, Masiha. Thank you. So my, where do I see myself in 10 years? As most of you know, I've been an educator, and I've been in education for over 14 years. And my passion is truly children. I love working with children, and I love adding value to them and helping them and putting them on the right path. But to be honest, at the same time, next to that, I really would like to see myself in 10 years. I want to be a person who inspires, motivates, and even serve and add value to people, students in our community. So I really want to be that person who does these things that motivates, especially our younger generations, and inspire them so they can do better. They can go forward with their lives in a positive way, and definitely willing to serve and add value to my people in our community. So that's where I am right now with the passion. So hopefully that my dream will come true. That would be it from me. Now, I would say this is our last question for tonight, and I would like to ask you: do you wish to send pretty much any message to women in our community, in our Utica community, or our Bosnian community? Any messages, any advices, anything that you would like to say? Who wants to go first? Let's now have a. You know what? I think I didn't go first, so maybe I can say I can do it first. So one message that I've been thinking, I'm like, what do I say out to women in our community? I really truly want to say really short and clear in a way. If you don't design your own life plan in a way, you need to have a plan for your life. Chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and guess what they may have planned for you? Probably not much. So I advise you, and I'm sending you a message out there, to design your own life plan, have those goals, and keep going, and do not give up. Just plan, please. Don't let anybody else plan your life. So keep growing and keep planning. Marcia, would you like to go next?
I always said just use your voice. That's your best weapon and your mind, okay? Your voice and your mind. Use that to speak up the truth, be confident, believe in yourself. There will be a lot of obstacles in your life, but don't fail. Don't, be discouraged after the first fail. There's always, we cannot succeed at once. Like we said, you have to keep on going. And I said that's at the beginning, and I'm going to say again, be confident, but keep your ego behind. Okay? That
Okay.
will slow you down.
Very good. Very good. Well said, Ms. Siha. I agree with you. Jana, would you like to go next?
Yeah. One message I would like to rely is just to encourage women to seek knowledge to better themselves and like their careers. And for whatever goal that they are trying to pursue, don't let doubt cloud your judgment, because if you're doubting your goal, what's going to stop from someone else from doubting you, So just push forward, progress, and don't let doubt cloud your judgment.
Very good. Well said, Jana. Arna, would you like to go next?
I think I just mainly want to say is don't be afraid to push yourself. Don't be afraid to take opportunities that you are kind of like nervous to take. I think that that's what most women today should do, and most women are afraid to do. And I think that they should just take that risk. You don't never know what's going to come out of it.
Awesome. Very good. Well said. Dina, your last word?
I guess and this is, you said specific to Bosnian women. I think that our women are like lionesses, honestly. Most, I'm going from my own mom and grandmother, who are some of the strongest women that I have yet to meet, from physically, mentally, emotionally, in every realm. And I think that our women often don't give themselves the credit that they deserve, but they are the rock of everything. I think, Merciha, you said it, everything starts with the mother. I know in my family, that's most certainly true. So I just want to remind women to pat yourself on the back, give yourself credit. You are working super hard, harder than you think you are, and you're making an impact, and you're amazing, simply. So give yourself a break and take a minute to breathe and enjoy all the seeds that you have planted. Don't forget that.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Well said, all of you ladies tonight. I'm impressed, I have to say. I think that's my last question, Dina. So if you want to say something at the...
I enjoyed this very much. I have to say, I love all the similarities, yet still different answers to the questions, the different perspectives. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know students are busy. Merciha, I can't even imagine your schedule. I know, Hanka, myself included. I mean, and to be here for an hour, I think this is an important conversation. I really wish that we can have more of these conversations, and not just in March, because really, truly, I think women should be celebrated every month. There's a lot of things that we can say or give to each other to assist and help each other. So I'm very thankful, and I'm appreciative of everything that you do in our community, from making those delicious cakes, girl, to, all the advocacy and all the impact that you have in schools and in the community. I'm thankful. And I love this. I enjoyed it. I think it was a great conversation. So with that, I guess we will end, and that's that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming and spending your valuable time with us today.
Hey, thanks for joining.
Us.